There once was a man who found a treasure hidden in a field. So he sold all that he had and bought the field. The end. That is a very short and simple story. A man gives up everything he has to buy a treasure. The treasure is following Jesus, and all the belongings that the man gave up are the things we give up when we follow Jesus. Things like living our own way, sins we need to let go of, and selfishness. But what about the field? The man didn't just buy the treasure or the part of the field that had the treasure in it. He bought the whole thing. From up in an airplane, fields look very clean, often cultivated in neat and orderly grids and rows. Even as you drive by a field, it can look like a flowing sea of golden wheat, or a lush carpet of green vegetables, or a brown blanket polka-dotted with pumpkins. But when you actually go into a field, things start to look different. You never know what you're going to find in a field. You might trip on a gopher hole or an old piece of barbed wire. You might see a snake. You might see bits of trash. You might even find something cool, like an arrowhead or a fossil. You never know what's lying around in a field. So, while this story is about a man giving up all he has to follow Jesus, it's also about him buying the whole field, the known and the unknown. He sees the treasure that is Jesus, and he says, "I want that." And he wants Jesus so much that he accepts everything that goes along with following him, even if it's hard sometimes, even if he doesn't have all the answers, even if he's not sure what a life of following Jesus is going to look like. Deciding to follow Jesus can look like buying a field. We can't know everything that it comes along with. For some people, following Jesus comes along with moving to a different country to tell others about him. For some people, following Jesus comes along with changing how they handle their money, or how they treat others, or what they do with their free time. For some, it can mean dropping bad habits and sinful behaviors. But Jesus is the greatest treasure ever, and his followers are people who want Jesus and everything that comes along with following him.